G'day folks, and welcome to World of Tanks with the magnificent Margon. Well, yes, it has been quite a long time since I've put a video together, probably about a week or so. It's not that long, but it is long. Getting back into the swing of things is actually quite difficult at times, so I am working on it, and I am trying to progress along. Now, Kaz has actually rejoined me. We're probably going to start playing a few more battles than what we usually do through the daytime, just because we have the time and the availability. And the fact that he's now finished university might make it a bit more of an excuse. Now this is not a great battle, but it's a battle nonetheless that we could have potentially done a hell of a lot better on. We had a great position that we started in, and we had a great position and not so great position to finish in. We really got ourselves out of place. Now the Cromwell is a very, very good tank. Maximum speed of 64 kilometers an hour, I believe. You don't usually get that fast. You probably get to about 55 at the most time by the time you start weaving and adjusting. Along with that, if you have the top gun, which is the 75mm Vickers HV, you will find you'll have a penetration of 145 and a maximum damage of 135, which isn't too bad. Along with that, reload time on this thing, it's about, what is it? Probably 3 or 4 seconds by memory. I should really read the thing that's in front of me. That might work a little bit better if I did that. But anyway, nonetheless, it's actually a very good tank. I like that. 79mm of armor on the turret. 76, my bad, is actually quite good. Then the whole armor being 64 at tier 6, that's not too bad. If you angle these tanks correctly, it will work perfectly for you every time. Now what Kaz and I are trying to do is actually dig out the enemies. It's actually a real shame about that tissue box before. He just sort of fired one shot and it didn't work for him. It's sort of, this is where map awareness comes into it. And I started paying attention to the map, but then I got a little bit more tunnel vision as the battle went along. This is a damn shame. Spin around and cop 2 damaging shots on me, and it's just, nothing we did seemed to really work. It was just so difficult to actually get anything in this battle right, and we had a lot of trouble, Kaz and I. Whoa, there's that glitch. There's a bit of a glitch in this replay. I found it before when I was actually watching through it and went, what's going on here? Okay, cool. Didn't happen in the game. Happens in the replay. Replay does that. But nonetheless, we are trying to dig out. Now, if you're looking at the map, you'll probably notice that a lot of the guys that were on our flank have started to fall back to defend the flag against a few guys. This is where Kaz has actually moved up, and him moving up has actually, it wasn't the right move at the time. I hate this bit, but I'm lucky I moved back, otherwise that was me gone right there. Well done to the 44. He's been watching this area for a long time, and he's done a fair good job digging us out. He didn't hit me then. That would have probably saved a bit more time down here. Now I moved up in a silly way. It's only till about now I've realised and looked up and gone, oh shit, we've got no support, and I wasn't in a position to help Kaz up there, so I moved down and put myself in an even more worse position than where I was. And now Kaz has got no backup. I'm stuck down here. He's stuck where he is pretty well, unless we both run now, which is very unlikely that we would survive. I come across here hoping to get across, but then unfortunately 34 there is just focusing me. It was just too hard, then I get hit, and this is just all over Red Rover. There's nothing more I can do, and it was a real shame. A poor decision, tunnel visioning, trying to protect a mate of mine at the same time, and we both made a decision. We agreed that was a really disappointing match, and we had to become better than that. Sometimes in World of Tanks, you make the wrong decision, and we are rusty. This was probably our first battle for the day, and this is our first battle back. Probably trying to start playing seriously, so it's one of those things. But nonetheless, like I'm trying to figure out what's going on. This is pretty well the end. So let's go over the next battle we had. It wasn't the next battle, but down the track towards the end of our time playing. This battle is very interesting. It is a much better battle, and we do take our time about what we do in making our decisions. We don't make wrong decisions. We don't rush into the battle. Take that a little bit longer, make a decision, watch how it plays out, and play a little bit more smarter to try and get into a better position where we can help our teams. Let's jump over, have a quick squiz at the next Cromwell one. I'm sure you guys will like this one a lot more. We had a lot more fun on this one. Alright guys, here we are, Northwest. Now, Northwest is a very complex map. Things can change very quickly depending upon situations, and the way people decide to move around the map. Circonflexes is not really. You've got two options. You come around the outside on basically either side. This one, you can go anywhere. There are so many multiple roads. It's actually a very good dynamic map now, and anything can happen. Now, I've seen all the medium tanks come down this sort of northern bottom road, as I would refer to it as, and actually pull up where I am about to pull up. Now, at the same time, I really do wish they would frick off sometimes. At the same time, it's probably not a safe position. Very exposed. I do try to weave through very carefully not to expose or knock anything down to make it look like I'm here. And I pull up just amongst these trees. I did say to Kaz, well, I don't know how well these trees are going to cover me, but we're about to find out. And well, I've just spotted the KV3. Okay, there's the VK30 and there's the KV4. Note to self, no one's actually attacking back. Now the Cromwell's spotting range, it's not brilliant, but obviously it's just good enough for me to actually not be spotted, and that was actually quite interesting. Like 336 meters spotting range is not bad, but clearly the rest of those heavy tanks, I'm just lighting up as they go across that gorge, are not doing much. And this is the weird thing about this battle. I'm sitting here going, no one's coming this way, what's going on? And I said to Kaz, I really want to wait to see what the Centurion finds, because we might get some decent shots from down here. If we pull into the right cover, we could probably actually do some damage from down here. At the same token, we're playing a big gamble by letting that massive group of, well, guys just rumble across that field there, and be unchecked and unchallenged. Like we probably should actually have gone for them sooner than what we are doing. It's about now we both decide, well, okay, the KV4 is about to go round. Even Kaz said we need to move, we need to stop the flanking maneuver now, we need to abandon this position. And as you can see, the medium tanks and the one light tank have pretty well pushed around quite comfortably, and they're going to get a long way without being challenged. But this poor T-29, oh, basically Kaz is calling, drag him, and we're just driving around, run into each other. I fire and hit Kaz by accident. T-29 just doesn't even shoot me, he goes for Kaz. I try to shoot his tracks there, I'm getting shot at. And I do take his track there, do play another one in it, and this 29 has no idea what's going This is just not fair. And I've detracked him again, and oh, he's dirty the base meat. Move, move, move. Oh, took one shot. That's good. Finish him off. Kaz has been telling me to finish him and get up here, go around the hill. Now this is great. This is how it should be. That 29 back there. Oh my god, he had no idea what to do. He had two Cromwells on him, circling him like deathfish. We were just going to eat him. Now that T150 down there, that is our next target. Biggest concern, T34 and probably the KV85. AT15 is probably occupied with the 32. So nonetheless, that's basically where we're at. I've come around this corner. I've taken it easy. I want to sneak up and see whether I can actually get a penetrating shot on this guy. I'm hoping he could turn his turret enough. He's very well angled, so it's not going to go through. I took one shot, took it on the move, locked my gun onto him, and moved as quick as I could. Flat chap down this hill. I've worn one shot, told Kaz his turret's turning, and now I begin the circling run around him. He's just got no hope now. Kaz is shooting him, he's on fire, I've turned back, he's given up. He's given up, and I've pulled off. Told him I'm breaking into the village. I'm going to get some more cover, protect myself, so that I'm not going to die, and basically go into a defensive position. And then the AT-15s popped up. Oh, another beautiful tank. I said we've got to be careful. There's a T-32 lurking somewhere. Don't know quite where. I'll sit here, and there he is. Proxy spotted. I pull out. I'm really worried about this AT-15. If I can sucker the AT-15 into taking a shot at me, like that, then it gives me a chance. But Kaz is now opening up on that T-34. Yeah, a couple extra damage hits in, which puts him in front of me. AT-15's fired again, and I'm not running out. There's no point in being stupid right now. We've just circled around two tanks. We've done some really good damage, and we've held up the advance. They're now stuck. They can't go any further without doing anything. Kaz and I have agreed that it's time to go to another position, and basically we didn't. That's the end of that game. It was in those moments when we're playing those final seconds of that game that we were going to go, let's swing around, let's get into another position. Basically we were going to try and maneuver back. Ooh, what am I doing? Pushing too many different buttons. Basically we're going to maneuver up around here through the village, come back around in the safety and protection of all these ridge lines and stuff like that, to be able to get around and basically finish off these guys. Like, I had the 85 in a position. I was being covered by the 34 and the AT-15. Our AT-15 is coming up now. I know that we were leaving him for dead, but with him suckering them and spotting, it meant that it gave us an advantage. We could probably take the 85. He's one shot away. One of us probably would have died. Kaz would have gone first because I've taken the most amount of damage, just to take the shot from the 85 while I and him do the wolf packing and circle around. And these were all the things we were discussing, not even watching the fact that the countdown timer actually worked its way up, because our team, all the way over in the flag area, that little force pushed around and conquered the flag. And it just came down to the fact that they just couldn't push up this flank fast enough. And this hill, the hill on both sides, on the low side of this map, are the killer. If you have to fight and crawl up, it's a lot harder than you think. Now, what I could have done also is probably come around here, dropped off the edge, and used this runway to actually shoot up at these guys as they try to move up the hill. And Kaz could have gone into another position, hold down, protecting himself from these guys just to spot them while I'm shooting them in the rear and things like that, if everything went pear-shaped. Now, we probably could have won this by kill all, but you know what, we were happy. Like, you can't get better than that. I feel really sorry for the T-29. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And, well, the T-150, I reckon, let's have a look. Add his stats. T150. And 1,000 battles, 226 efficiency, basically all, and 44% win rate. Like that's beginning level stuff. That's acceptable. And Kaz, more than anyone, knows that line that he's going down is, being his first line, is probably one of the hardest lines to go down, and it takes a long time to recover your stats from it. As you can see, I'm still on the 800 efficiency. Kaz is well over 1,000. I'm probably the average Joe player. I'm not a great player. I don't make the rapid advances that Kaz does to get the big damage and stuff like that. I'm very reserved. I'm confident, but I know that a lot of time I do too many silly things when I shouldn't be. But guys, look, this is great. This is how I want to be playing, and this is how we've played our next couple of games. I've got an E25 battle I want to show you guys with Sun Serene Coast. Epic battle. Absolutely brilliant. Loved every second of it, and I wouldn't have played any other way. Kaz and I laughed the whole way through it, and it was a lot of fun. But outside of that, guys, look, that's what this is all about. This is what gaming is all about. It's about having fun, and the results are showing it. When we start having fun and we start enjoying it, it works in our favour. I hope you've enjoyed this, guys, as much as I've enjoyed playing these games today. Many more to come, I'm sure. Many more. Cromwell's going to be around for a little bit longer. We'll probably I'll play a bit of my STA 1, along with Kaz playing on his T44, working towards his T54, and I'm working towards my Type 61. Along with, I've got my VK45, I've got my T30, I've got my scumbag that I pull out quite regularly just to blow things up because it's fun. E75's there as well, along with a host of other tanks. I've got about 90 tanks to choose from, so I'm very dynamic. I don't play too much below tier 6 at the moment, but tier 5 occasionally. But outside that, I enjoy everything I do. Enjoy your tanks, enjoy your gaming, and you'll be a much better player if you do it that way. Outside of that, guys, happy hunting. I'll catch you on those battlefields.